Batman Resurrection is a sequel to the 1989 Batman movie. This is a novel, not a movie. No way would Tim Burton film a sequel to a 35-year-old Michael Keaton movie.
Argo Font Book Review, Argo Font Book Review.
It's been 6 months since the movie ended. Lawrence was the second in command of Joker's organization. An unknown villain helps Lawrence escape from jail. He keeps giving Lawrence mysterious messages. It sure sounds like the Joker's still alive. Lawrence is trying to get the old gang back together, which isn't easy because Lawrence ain't too smart, and the hoodlums don't like following orders. They'd rather get drunk and dance to Prince songs. We open at a theater. The Last Laughs have captured reporter Alexander Knox, and they intend to burn down the building. Batman appears and fights off the villains. He has to dodge fists and Knox's constant one-liners. It turns out the Last Laughs are working for the villainous Max Schreck. He's mad they messed up the job, but he agrees to give them another chance. This time they're hired to burn down a whole bunch of buildings. Throughout the book, Bruce Wayne has a series of nightmares which center around various plot holes in the movie. Like, why did Joker go to the cathedral at the end? How did his thugs get inside? Were they waiting there the whole time? And when Joker said, "I was a kid when I killed your parents," does that imply Joker figured out Batman's real identity? I'm sure the real answer to all those questions is Joker did those things because it made the end of the movie more exciting. But hey, it's nice to get an official explanation for the little things which have bugged fans for decades. Bruce Wayne pays for a special hospital ward just for Joker's victims. The Smilex ward is run by local genius celebrity Professor Hugh Auslander. Congratulations to all the reviewers who identified Professor Auslander immediately. You're all smarter than me. Enjoy it. In fact, it took me an embarrassingly long time to recognize one of his patients, Basil Carlo. Carlo's a failed actor at a dead-end theater. A lead actor named Tolliver Kingston openly mistreats Carlo. He forces Carlo to test some makeup, which has the Joker poison inside. Carlo wakes up from a long coma, only to discover his skin is like mud, or putty. He's terrified that he has no face. Unable to control his monstrous anger, he goes on a wild rampage through the hospital. Things escalate when someone pulls a gun on him. Carlo ends up hijacking a bus. Fortunately, Batman is in the neighborhood. He gets on the bus and saves everyone from the clay-faced monster. Oh, it's Clayface! That's who this is! It's Clayface! Clayface avoids capture by smashing the bus into a building. He later calms down. He returns to the hospital where he speaks with Auslander. Bruce visits the hospital as himself and as Batman to investigate what happened. There's also an exciting sequence where Batman goes into a burning building to stop the Last Laughs and to save a bunch of kids. Clayface blames Tolliver for his current condition. He learns Tolliver is starring in a play called Pygmalion. I don't know if this is more or less thematically appropriate than The Tempest. That was the earlier play. Clayface locks Tolliver in his own trunk, and he replaces Tolliver in the play. It's easy to do since Tolliver's character is a stuck-up villain. Clayface purposely ruins Tolliver's reputation by insulting the audience and the lead actress. When Clayface returns to the dressing room, he finds Tolliver is dead. He's suffocated inside the trunk. Auslander manipulates the situation. He gets rid of the dead body, then he blackmails Clayface into doing his bidding. He forces Clayface to impersonate the Joker, so everyone thinks Joker is alive again, and now he's in control of Joker's gang. He'll get a ton of money and cause mass chaos. If Clayface doesn't cooperate, not only will he go to jail, he'll never turn back to his normal self again. The timing for a Joker impersonator couldn't be better. Somebody tries to steal the Joker's body from the cemetery. This leads Batman and the police to discover the man who fell from the cathedral was not the Joker. It was somebody else dressed up like Joker. Specifically, it's Davis who performed plastic surgery on the Joker. I think he was only in the movie for one scene. He left behind a video which explains everything that happened to him afterwards, why he wasn't in the rest of the movie. I'm not sure if that counts as filling a plot hole, but I am sure fans of the movie like the explanation. There's another big action scene. This one's a car chase, where the last laughs steal all of Joker's old inventions. Clayface as Joker publicly announces he's back from the dead, and his gang is going to rob every bank in Gotham. Batman gets an anonymous riddle, which tips him off to the fact that Professor Auslander is secretly the mastermind. He's really Dr. Hugo Strange. Strange has been experimenting with mind and body-altering drugs for decades. Most of his work has been banned by various governments. He had no qualms about helping Joker produce Smilex. Unknown to Joker, he introduced a lot of variants to the formula, including Variant 35. That's the one that turned Carlo into Clayface. That's the real reason Strange has been working as the head of the Smilex ward. He's keeping tabs on all his guinea pigs. Thanks to Clayface, his plans are almost finished. Batman spends a long night fighting the last laughs at different banks and using his cool floating machine. This is mostly a distraction to keep Batman occupied, while Strange hits his real target. He has Clayface impersonate an army general to get inside a top-secret military facility, a firefight breaks out, and Strange escapes with the research he needs. Strange quickly tests his plan. He plays a hypnotic mind control tape, then douses the last laughs with special gas. They're transformed into caveman monster men who only obey his commands. Worst Flintstones episode ever. Strange lures Batman into a trap in the sewers. Batman has to fight his way through the monster men while the room slowly fills with water. He escapes through a grate in the ceiling using a waterproof blowtorch. On a positive note, Batman convinces Clayface to stop being a villain. When he explains, Strange tricked Clayface into thinking he killed Kingston. Really, Strange was the murderer. Dr. Strange uses his monster maker at a theater play. He's shocked to learn Batman's still alive and has foiled his plans. First, Batman releases live bats to counteract the hypnosis. Then he replaces the monster gas with bubbles. Dr. Strange retreats to his backup plan, which is kidnap Vicky Vale and escape to the cathedral. I think I've heard this setup before. Strange plans to release the monster gas all over the city. Strange may be crazy prepared, but he is not Batman crazy prepared. Batman's got a helicopter now. How do you predict that? Batman reaches the cathedral and fights off Strange's goons. Dr. Strange sprays Batman with the monster gas, only to realize he's been tricked. He hasn't been fighting Batman, he's been fighting Clayface! The real Batman easily defeats Strange, and he finds a cure for all the monster men. As for the mysterious lover of riddles, he's going to appear in the sequel, which comes out later this year. Same bat time, same bat channel. The end. Post-book follow-up. I liked this book. It's got plenty of exciting action sequences, which would probably be super expensive to film. You can tell the author is a huge fan of the two Tim Burton Batman movies. Clayface and Doctor Strange have not been in any live-action Batman movies yet, so it's interesting to see them here. I am tempted to complain the book spent way too much time focusing on the villains. There's not enough focus on Batman. But I feel the same way about the two Burton Batman movies. I definitely could have used more Vicky Vale. We learned she couldn't handle Bruce's double life, so she broke up with him about a month before the book starts. I wish we could have seen their breakup firsthand. Vicky returns around page 300 to help Batman, and she does a decent enough job of it. I wish she had been around for the whole book. The book has some funny jokes. My favorite is when Joker sees a large check and says something like, "All those zeros together in one place, it's like a junior prom." Overall, I would recommend this book to fans of the movie. I was going to write a more in-depth conclusion to this video, but then I got distracted reading people discuss the book on Reddit. I give Batman Resurrection an 8 out of 10.